Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing something super random that I found somehow across the internet, and it is Cosplay scents. The company that makes them is called Duft Werks, and when I found them I was like, what is this and how do I get it? They have a lot of scents for different types of costumes that you can wear. So if you want to emulate a character or like a theme, or they also said you can use it for LARPing. If you really want to get into like your character situation, that's what these are made for. So the ones that I got, I decided to choose just two to kind of keep it under control. I got one called Magical Girl and one called Fantasy Adventure. They have, I don't even know how many they have, like at least like 20 to 30 scents. And so they have things are really more specific. So they have like a Yennefer smell, which is like gooseberries and lilac, which is literally what is talked about in The Witcher 3. But they also, lately, I believe they're making more broader smells, like the ones I have, like just Magical Girl. So they can be used across more cosplays than just specific ones. Yeah, so I thought I would try both of these, see how I feel about them and everything. They does come with a little like instructions sheet, and it says, here's a few tips to help you use your costume spray to its full potential. Always test spray on an inconspicuous area of your costume. That's probably because it can probably stain a little bit between different fabrics. For porous fabrics and natural elements, spray 1 to 2 layers until you reach the desired level of scent. Plastics and coated elements, remember that layering will work best. Spray a light layer, let dry, then repeat the steps until you reach your desired level of scent or succeed in covering up your storage or fabrication smell. I can see this being used a lot if there was like a glue smell. You know how that like permeates everything? Yeah, so that's all it says pretty much. And then you just don't come at them if it damages your cosplay. So I'm gonna try Magical Girl first and Fantasy Adventure, and we're gonna see how I like them. Okay, so today we're gonna try the Magical Girl scent. On the bottle it says, shake well, do not ingest or get in eyes. I guess that's like any scent, right? Have you ever like accidentally tasted your perfume or cologne? It's not great. I don't know. I'll do 2 like sprays, 1 on each side. Okay, now we're getting into, okay, sorry. At first, this is gonna sound really bad, and I don't mean it like this, but it smelled like a bathroom. And when I say that, I mean, like when they clean, like a fresh bathroom. So like when they clean it and you can kind of smell like the whatever scent they use. It just reminds me of like a public restroom, but not in a bad way. So I didn't want to say anything at first, but it's better now. Yeah, it's kind of like cotton candy / bubble gummy. It's very wet. I think I sprayed too close. I mean, honestly, I don't know what a Magical Girl would smell like. That's, I think, the conundrum with these scents is I'm like, well, what does that smell like? So, yeah, that's the best I can say is, I keep doing this, is cotton candy / bubble gum. So according to the description, the included notes are cherry blossom, strawberry, sakura, matsuri. Now, I don't know what is sakura matsuri. Cherry blossom? Isn't sakura cherry blossom? I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I'm not getting strawberry. Maybe that's the bubblegummy type. It's just kind of like, it's very pink. I guess maybe that's why it's good. It does remind me of something pink, like pink cotton candy, pink bubblegum. Like it's very it is like that. I'm gonna wear it for a couple hours and see how it lasts. I'm also gonna get a second opinion from Kevin, so I'm gonna go in and ask him what he thinks, and I'll come back in a couple hours and we'll see if it still has that smell. So it's been a few hours since I sprayed the Magical Girl spray. At first, it was definitely really strong, much stronger than my regular perfume that I would wear on a daily basis. So I was kind of thinking that 2 sprays might be too much. I did ask Kevin what he thought of when he smelled the spray. He was in a separate room, so I walked in and I said, "What does this smell like to you?" He couldn't quite figure it out at first, and then he also said public restroom. I'm not sure why we both think that. I don't know what it means. I don't know if in the restrooms that we go in, they use a certain smell that just happens to be the same type or something. But that's kind of where we both went when we first smelled it. But like I said earlier, it does have, it can, in my brain, it can also be, I guess, kind of bubblegummy or cotton candy-y in a way. So I'll give it that. I would say the smell, just in general, if I'm just going to review the smell, it's not for me personally. And I think it's because I have that association with the public restroom. If I didn't, it would probably be fine, honestly. And I don't know if other people will have the same thoughts when they put it on. So that just might be me. It's very long lasting. Like, I can still smell it very clearly. I think it does a good job with staying power. So I think you don't even need to use that much if you were to use it on your cosplay or weapon or something, and it'll smell like it for a while. So that's definitely a plus. All right, I'm back with the second fragrance that is called Fantasy Adventure. I was kind of more excited to do this one because it had more unique flavor profiles or sounding. It was like metal or something. I don't know. It was really interesting. So first impression, as always, smells like nothing. All right. And this time I'm going to do 1 spray instead of 2 because last time it was way too strong. So here we go. I'm going to spray it a little lower this time. Okay. It smells nice. I got some in my mouth, I think. But what does it smell? Ooh, this smells way better than the last one for sure. It smells like, I guess it's hard to say, but like if a candle or a laundry detergent had a smell called like ocean breeze, this is what I think it would smell like. So it's like, it's really not bad. It's very fresh smelling. It just reminds me of like the coast for some reason. That's just what I think of. But I know that's probably a personal thing. Yeah, this one smells really nice actually. This one's miles better than Magical Girl for sure. Yeah, I really like this one. All right, well, I will come back in a couple hours and we'll see what if doing 1 spray is better than 2 and how I feel. And then we'll do the final like review. I am back a couple hours later with paint on the back of my hand, so forgive that. After I sprayed it and filmed my little clip, went into the room Kevin was in and asked him what smells he kind of got from this bottle. He said he instantly thought of like a woody smell, not too strong. When I said laundry, he was like, yeah, I agree. For the description for this smell, I was kind of right. They do say included notes, ocean, tea leaf, metal. So when I said ocean earlier, I was kind of on the spot with that one. So I'm kind of proud of myself. And they also give suggestions of like animes that would go well with this scent. They said Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece, Log Horizon. I don't know if I agree with that, because when Kevin and I were talking about the smell, we got more of a different type of fantasy, so more like Lord of the Rings type, rather than like action-y or fantasy adventure. I can see where the word fantasy adventure and One Piece go together, but for some reason the smell we were getting was just not, I wasn't associating it with those characters, but that's a whole nother thing. I know they have another fantasy, they have high fantasy, which is more elvish. They literally have an elvish character as the logo for it. So, and that one is moss, metal, and leather. Those are the notes that are included. I don't know, this one kind of smelled like ethereal in a way, because it was so fresh and like light smelling, you know what I mean? Kevin did agree with me that this one smelled way better than the Magical Girl. The one spray I think worked a lot better than the two spray. If you don't remember, I sprayed like once here and once here yesterday. Today I just sprayed like right in the center. I think I'm using it too much like a perfume. So when I spray my perfume, I'm kind of like up in this area. I think it would benefit a cosplayer or a LARPer better if they were to spray it a little bit lower on their body, so it's not so much like up here where you're breathing it, because even with one spray, it is a little intense for a while. So if you were to do like multiple sprays, I would probably do it elsewhere in your body. But I liked this one, and it definitely felt fantasy-y to me. Not the anime I would pick, but definitely in that area. Okay, so as you saw, I liked about 50% of the scents I reviewed. Magical Girl was obviously my least favorite, and Kevin and I talked about it after I did the video, and we decided that it wasn't the cleaner that people used in the public restrooms. It was probably the spray that they spray out, like the automatic sprayer for like a general clean scent to keep the bathroom smelling nice. So there's some flavor or smell that they use that is the same in this one as in the bathrooms somewhere we go that we recognized. So it was really hard for me to get over that bit, honestly. And like every time Kevin smelled me, he'd be like, "You just smell like a bathroom," so I had to take a shower to get it off. But again, I don't want to scare people away from this by saying that, but it is what it is. The Fantasy Adventures was really great for me. That one definitely, like I said, reminded me of like an elf or something, even though that wasn't the intent of the smell. It was just miles better. I think Duft Werks would benefit from doing like a show, so being at cons and promoting these, because it was really hard to pick out a smell and be confident in my choice. You know, they do have descriptors. So like this one, remember how I said it was ocean, and then when I looked it up on Etsy, it was like sense of ocean, and I was like, oh shit, okay. But like if they would go to a con, like a makeup booths do or something, and just have these on display and have them available for people to smell, I think that would be a huge jump in their business. Just because, I mean, like when you go and buy a perfume, like a personal perfume, I know I go to a department store and I sit there for 30 minutes and I'm smelling everything to make sure, I want to smell like that. So this is a pretty big commitment for something like Etsy. It's a very interesting concept. It's totally unique. I knew when I saw these, I was like, I gotta try these. This is so interesting. I don't know. I was just like, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. I would check them out, maybe add them on social media, see if they're gonna like be around. Hopefully if they make enough money, they can start going to cons and start promoting themselves that way. I mean, if you're curious, check them out. It's Duft Werks, Duftwerks. I'd like to do more cosplay item reviews in the future, so if you liked this review and you want to see more, and you see a product that you think would be interesting to review, let me know and I can do that. Thanks, everyone.